Hello and welcome to another video. Typically at the beginning of the year, I would share a new video sharing my complete Blu-ray collection, but since I did that less than a year ago, I didn't quite feel right doing an entire Blu-ray collection video, so I'm going to share just my 4K titles in this one. And I have just over 100 4K titles, so I'm actually really looking forward to kind of taking a snapshot of where I'm at right now and to be able to look back on it down the road when I eventually have a bigger 4K collection as I make upgrades, add new titles, all that fun stuff. So my audio is not going to be as good as it usually is for this one because I'm using my gimbal to try and have some fun, do something a little bit different. So with that, my microphone does not fit attaching to my phone, but nonetheless, let's get started with first titles. We're going to be going alphabetically and just go all the way through all of these shelves and all the titles here. So kicking things off, we have 1917. This is a really great war movie, one that I really actually, I haven't had a chance to rewatch this one since I got it on 4K. I bought this the year it came out. I think I got it for like $8 on Black Friday. I need to watch this one. This one's on my list of ones I need to rewatch. What a horrible first one to pull. Next, we have the movie Alien. This is actually one that I just finally had a chance to watch. I picked this one up a number of months ago. Looks, sounds great on 4K. One of my favorite movies of all time. Next, we have Ambulance. This is a Michael Bay one from just about, I think only a year ago now. This one is a fantastic 4K disc. It looks great, sounds incredible. This had my sound system bumping really hard, and I absolutely had a great time watching this one. So if you're looking for a really great modern action movie to check out on 4K, Ambulance is a great pick. Next, we have Avatar: The Way of Water, another absolutely gorgeous 4K title. This one is incredible. I do need to get the first Avatar movie on 4K still, but this one is another incredible one. Next, we have The Bad Guys. This is one I have not had a chance to watch yet since grabbing the 4K for it, but it's a really good animated movie from, I think, just a year or so ago. Yeah, I think this one was 2022 or 2023. If you've not checked this one out, it's a really good animated movie. It's got a really unique style to it, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out on 4K. Next, we have The Batman. This is the Robert Pattinson one. This is another fantastic 4K disc. The sound quality on this one is incredible. I love playing this through my sound system. So another fantastic 4K disc. Let's do these together since they're next to each other. We have The Birds of Prey. I don't know if I've watched this one again since I got the 4K, so that's another one I need to rewatch. And then I got Black Adam. This one, I didn't love this movie, but I still want to collect all the DC stuff even though they're rebooting. So I do need to give this one a watch on 4K because there were aspects of it I really liked. I kind of liked the visual style of it, so that's another one I need to check out soon. Another absolutely incredible 4K disc, we have Blade Runner 2049. This is a fantastic movie and a beautiful 4K disc. Another couple right next to each other, we have Bullet Train. This one I definitely need to give a rewatch because I watched it when it was on Netflix, loved it, and picked up the 4K for it. This is actually the Walmart exclusive. I got it secondhand at a store. And then after that, we have Cabin in the Woods, one of my favorite horror movies. This one, another really good one. This one I picked up as a Black Friday deal. We have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I did not have a chance to watch this one this holiday season, so it's probably going to have to wait till next year, but I did get a good deal on it, so at least I didn't spend a lot of money for nothing. My wife does not like this movie at all. For me, this is my favorite Christmas movie, so I can't wait to give this one a watch next year. Next, we have Coraline. This is probably one of the most beautiful 4K discs you can watch. Visually, it's like looking through a window. This movie is incredible visually. I love stop motion, and stop motion in 4K is even better. The next stop motion 4K movie I need to get is that new Pinocchio movie from Netflix last year. I got to get that Criterion because it's a great movie and I'd love to see it on 4K. Next, we have Creed 3. I have not had a chance to watch this one on 4K. We watched the movie when it was on Prime, and then I grabbed this when it was on sale for Black Friday. Cruella. This is another one I've not had a chance to watch the 4K for, but I really like the movie. I got this one secondhand. It's one of the more rare red 4K cases. You don't see that too often, so I really liked this movie. I thought it was very refreshing as far as the Disney live action remakes go, so definitely looking forward to giving this one another watch. My wife loves this movie, so we definitely got to give it a watch sometime. Next, The Only of the Dark Knight. Over here. Yeah, there we go. The only of the Dark Knight movies that I have on 4K, The Dark Knight. Eventually, I probably will get the rest of the trilogy, but for now, I only feel the need to have The Dark Knight as that's my favorite of the trilogy. Looks, sounds incredible on 4K. Nolan movies are in 4K are truly a great experience. Next, we have a Jackie Chan movie. This is Dragons Forever, one of his movies from back in the 80s in Hong Kong. Another really great martial arts movie that is really cool to have on 4K. This is a really nice set from 88 Films, I think it is. I have a couple of their sets. They're really nice. A couple more next to each other. We have Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Incredible 4K disc. And then we have Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. A buddy of mine gave this to me. He had it, and he's more of a digital guy, so he gave it to me. Have not had a chance to watch the 4K for it yet, but I'm sure it's great, so I'm really looking forward to that eventually. Next, we have Elf, another one. Just didn't have the time to watch this holiday season. The holiday season flew by for us this year, so I did not have a chance to watch very many holiday movies, but I've heard fantastic things about the transfer for this one, so really looking forward to checking it out coming this Christmas. One of the few 4K steelbooks that I have in the collection, we have Fall. This is a really great, really nice 4K steelbook. I'm not usually a steelbook guy, but this one I had to have, especially for only 20 bucks. This is a really underrated thriller movie that I really had a good time with. My wife and I both really liked it. You got to check this one out if you haven't. Next, a couple of the Fast and Furious movies. I have F9 and Fast X. I don't think I've watched... No, I have watched this one once. I don't remember what I thought of it. This one, I actually thought looked and sounded really, really great on 4K. I'm sure it's not much different than the Blu-ray being a traditional, digitally shot modern action movie, but I really had a good experience with it. Next, we have Ford v Ferrari, one of the best 4K experiences you can have. I think this movie looks and sounds fantastic. The race sequences are incredible. The first anime 4K in my collection, actually the only 4K anime in my collection, Ghost in the Shell. This is a really, really good cyberpunk anime movie. If you're into Blade Runner 2049, you want to try something anime, something different, check out Ghost in the Shell. Really great. We also have Glory. This is another one I thought looks, sounds really good in 4K. Not one of the best ones out there, but I really like this one. It's a really good movie from the 80s. And then finishing off the top shelf, we have Godzilla vs. King Kong. This is another one I need to watch since I got the 4K. I haven't seen it since we watched it in theaters, but I've heard it's one of the best modern 4K discs out there, so definitely need to give this one a watch sometime. All right, continuing on with the second row, kicking things off, we have another racing movie in Gran Turismo. This is another one I need to give a watch because when we rewatched it, it was just the Blu-ray disc, not the 4K, because we were at my family's house and they did not have a 4K player in that room, so we did not have a chance to watch it on 4K. I need to because I loved this one in the theaters. I really want to experience these race sequences in 4K. Next, we have The Green Knight. This is one I have watched, even though I've been saying I've not for a lot of these. This is a really, really beautiful 4K disc. It's a weird movie. I'm not sure how much I like it. I do like the movie overall, but it's a weird one. But from a format standpoint, looks and sounds really great on 4K. Next, we have the classic horror movie Halloween on 4K. This is the only of the Halloween movies I have on 4K. The rest of the ones I just have on Blu-ray, but I think it looks, sounds really good on 4K, especially considering the kind of low budget vibe that this movie gives off, but it still really works well in 4K. Next, double stack here, we got Angel Has Fallen, the only of the Has Fallen movies that I have in 4K, and then Heat. Looks, sounds fantastic. Another really great 4K. Another double stack, Interstellar. I can't wait to check this one out. I picked it up just a couple of months ago for Black Friday. Haven't had a chance to watch that 4K yet, but I can't wait. And then we have The Invisible Man. This is actually the regular Blu-ray slipcover. I kept it because when I got the movie, it didn't come with a 4K one, but I wanted to keep it because I like the slipcover on this one. Another stack, we got the Daniel Craig James Bond collection. I keep that under J for James Bond, for those of you wondering alphabetically how that makes sense. And then we have Jaws with the lenticular cover. Incredible 4K, one of the best 4Ks out there. Next, one of the few of a complete series that I have in 4K, we have John Wick chapters 1 through 3, and then John Wick chapter 4. I actually have a defective 4K disc on this one. I need to replace it at some point, but I want to wait till I can get a good deal. Next, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League on 4K, another fantastic 4K experience with this one. I'm so glad we have this movie physically, and I'm just thankful it exists and we get to experience it. Another stop motion one, we have Kubo and the Two Strings. This is another beautiful, gorgeous stop motion 4K movie, one of the best out there. Next, Last Night in Soho, another really good one. Nothing absolutely spectacular, but it's a really good, really solid thriller, horror, sci-fi type movie. Another really good. Another one of the few 4K steelbooks in my collection, we have Leon the Professional. I love this movie, one of my favorite movies from the 90s. This movie on 4K looks and sounds like a modern movie, and that's a compliment. It's incredible the transfer on this. All right, another whole bunch of stuff together. We have the Lord of the Rings trilogy on 4K, of course, a staple for my collection. The Lost Boys, and then The Lost City. Next, one of the most recent 4Ks in my collection, we have The Man from Nowhere. I just watched this the other day. It's a movie from 2010. This 4K looks and sounds great. I absolutely loved it. Another stack. Trying to pick up the pace here. I don't want this video to be too long. We have The Martian on 4K, The Mask of Zorro. I haven't watched either of these since grabbing the 4Ks yet. I need to. And The Matrix. Incredible 4K. Love this one. A couple of Mission Impossible movies. I got the Mission Impossible Fallout 4K Steelbook. A buddy of mine sent me that, so really happy to have that one. And then the newest Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Both are fantastic 4Ks. All right, halfway through the shelves, let's keep going. Next, we have Nobody, another great modern action movie on 4K. Nope. I need to watch this one because this is a really, really great movie, and I would love to experience these night sequences in 4K. I haven't had a chance yet. Last time I watched the movie, I just streamed it. So now that I have the movie in my collection, definitely got to give that one a watch. Next, we have Oppenheimer. Haven't had a chance to watch this one yet. It's a really long movie, and I have a really hard time finding the time to watch long movies. Next, Passengers. This was one of the first 4K movies I added to the collection. This one I haven't had a chance to watch since getting the 4K, popular theme here. But I've heard this looks gorgeous in 4K because this movie was shot at 6K and then downscaled to 4K for the release. So I'm really looking forward to watching this one, and have been ever since I upgraded to 4K. Next, another recent one to the collection, we have the Planet of the Apes 4K trilogy. We watched War for the Planet of the Apes, and it was a really great 4K experience. The other 88 films set in my collection, we have Police Story 3 Super Cop, another Jackie Chan one. Great 4K. Another one of the earliest 4Ks I added to my collection, The Predator. Haven't had a chance to watch this one, but I've heard the 4K is really great. Continuing with the Predator trend, we have Prey. I'm so glad we got a 4K release for this one of the Hulu original to be able to keep the Predator movies on physical. This one looks and sounds really great on 4K. Great experience. The Prince of Egypt, one of the best 4K updates to come out last year. Really great one. Next, the two Quiet Place movies. I have the Mondo 4K Steelbook for the first one, and then just the regular 4K release for part 2. One of the few Hitchcock movies in my collection, we have Rear Window on 4K, another incredible 4K transfer from a movie from like the 50s. It's incredible. Ron's Gone Wrong, one of my favorite recent animated movies, not from Disney. I've heard this is another really great 4K. Haven't had a chance to watch it since getting it. I think I'm just going to stop saying I haven't had a chance to watch it. It's too common of a trend here. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I really like the slipcover that they got on this one. I need to give this one a watch again. It's been a while since I've seen it. Got a couple of the Scream movies. I have the Scream 2 movie pack. So this is the new Scream 5 and then the original Scream on 4K. Scream 5 obviously looks and sounds great on 4K. So does Scream 6. I'm really looking forward to checking out Scream 1. I haven't had a chance to see that one, but I have watched at least half of that one. Next, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I got this one on Black Friday. It's not as good as the first Shazam movie, but like I said, I really wanted to get all the DC movies still. This is one of the few of the 100th anniversary of Warner Brothers I have in my collection, so happy to at least have one of those. Some of my favorite childhood movies, I got Shrek and Shrek 2 on 4K. I feel like these are the only Shrek movies you need to own for the most part, so happy to have those in the collection on 4K. Then we got Speed, one of the best movies from the 90s. This is another one that is a really, really great 4K. It's a really good upgrade over the Blu-ray too. Next, we have some Spider-Man. I have the Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy, and then Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. All right, moving into the last row, and then some TV shows. Kicking things off, The Suicide Squad on 4K. This is the James Gunn one. Tenet, one of my favorite 4Ks to watch. This soundtrack blows my sound system out of the water. It's so good. Next, probably one of the most notorious 4Ks out there, T2, Judgment Day. They Live. I watched this movie and streamed it somewhere, loved it, bought the 4K like 2 days later. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. Still haven't watched it on 4K, but I've heard it's a good one. The Thing, another really fantastic 4K from a remaster there. And then we have Top Gun Maverick on 4K and Total Recall. This one, beautiful, beautiful 4K. Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I blind bought this on Black Friday for $9. It's a good movie. The Truman Show. Now, I streamed this movie a year or two ago for the first time. I'd never seen it before, and I really liked it. I almost bought the Blu-ray, but then I heard a 4K was coming and that the Blu-ray was horrible. So I waited, grabbed the 4K. It's really good. Next, we have one of the X-Men movies. This is the only one I have on 4K, is X-Men Dark Phoenix. And then we have the Peanuts Holiday Collection on 4K. So this includes It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and a Charlie Brown Christmas. Next, some Marvel movies. These are intermittent. I'm not too picky on Marvel on 4K. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And then we got Spider-Man Far From Home, Black Widow, and The Eternals. I love the slipcover on this Eternals. I found this at a Best Buy for like $12 and I was really happy about that. And then we have Spider-Man No Way Home. I love this slipcover. That's the Walmart exclusive. And then we have a couple TV shows to round things off. We have The Mandalorian Season 1 4K Steelbook and the second season 4K Steelbook. And then finally, we have Planet Earth 2 on 4K. I love this documentary. It looks incredible on 4K. Nature stuff on 4K, it's underappreciated. It looks fantastic in this documentary. So that is my entire 4K collection, just over 100 titles. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and then got to have some fun seeing some of my stuff in my collection. I realized in recording this, I need to watch more 4Ks before buying more because I have too many in my collection I've not watched yet. So thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one.